Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, at quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
On first down, here's Breida. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stride area.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third.
From the gun on third down. Drummond. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
For Carolina.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Walsh. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30.
On second down, a run with Breida. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Drummond. And that'll be caught, hauled in by Christian Blake. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run with Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, Drummond. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Falcons nothing.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Drummond. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back to throw now on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
The pass.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Gain of 13.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw here. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
14-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
They run the option on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
First down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Breida. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Drummond. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Throwing on first down. Drummond. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
10 more yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 15-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This is caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd down now. It's Gray. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And this one through the uprights and good. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And they will take a knee here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz with a touchdown pass there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of a yard. And the Panther first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
The pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Second down and inches. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
on first down. This is McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 3. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
On the handoff. Brought down at the 18.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
He was
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
on the carry.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And take it right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Christian Blake, the intended target. And it's third down. And that is incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Jeremy G.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. A throw complete to Dorsett, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 41 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak
That's true.
first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
He is good.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st and 10, Drummond looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
11 yards there, 1st down. Operating from the gun. Drummond, a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49.
From the gun, Drummond. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deshaun Hand. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Drummond. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Drummond. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Christian Blake. Incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That one into the hands of Blake, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Drummond looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and
throwing again. Drummond. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Drummond. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
3rd down and goal. From the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
42. Falcons 7. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
The pass intended for Matt Breida. Incomplete. Eli Apple.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Drummond. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Falcons on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there.
Christian McCaffrey on
no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
And here now come the Falcons. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Out of bounds at the
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Drummond, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
McCaffrey on the handoff. Jermaine Carter on the stop.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.